What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett from Rants. As always, guys, if y'all enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave that comment down below. Alright, so as much as I hate to even say it aloud, Kevin Hart as Roland in the new Borderlands movie. I like how the media is trying to ramp it up as, you know what, he can fit into that role. No, he can't. No, he can't. For those who are not Borderlands fans, Roland is a very big, muscular man. Looks like what you would consider a Marine, by those standards. Kevin Hart is a very tiny guy who is known for his comedy. Now, I get it what they're trying to do. I'm not saying Kevin Hart can't, buff up. Yeah, he can. But it doesn't mean that he's going to fit this particular role. And I'm really worried about it. I really am. I think this is going to be a disaster. I think them hiring Kevin Hart for just this role in general just shows you exactly what they're intending to do with the Borderlands movie. They're intending to make it a comedy. And don't get me wrong, it's a funny game. It has really funny moments. But at the core of it, it is pretty serious. There is serious things happening. Of course, I have my moments when it comes to this Borderlands movie where I think, okay, this might not be so bad. Maybe I just think that it's bad casting. Maybe somehow it will it'll work out in the end. But maybe that's because I played way too much Borderlands 3. I don't know. I'm hopeful that just like Borderlands has got, that each game has got amazingly better, that maybe it'll somehow cross over into the movies. Or, but yeah, I just don't see that happening. But, you got something kind of like the media right here saying Kevin Hart underwent intense physical training to prepare for his role as Roland in the upcoming film adaptation of the video game series Borderlands. You can buff up. You can look like Hulk Hogan. You can look that part, but you will not look like Roland. You just won't. I don't know. I've got a big problem with the casting on this, and I cannot stress that enough. Lance and I here on Answer Us have, when this first broke, that Kevin Hart was taking over that role, and then you've got, just listen to the cast of characters they've got playing these Borderlands characters, these beloved Borderlands characters. You have Kate Blanchett as Lilith. You have, now I don't mind this, Mutanu. He played in what was it, the Apollo movie. Now I could see how he could pull off Krieg, but then you've got I don't think that Greenblatt is going to be a good Tiny Tina. I don't know where they're going with that character. I don't really understand even this one phrase in this where it says the first game in the series on which the movie is mostly based follows Lilith, who's Blanchett, on the planet Pandora, and she teams up with former military man Roland, Krieg the bodyguard, a preteen named Tiny Tina, Dr. Tannis the scientist, and a robot called Claptrap, who's played by Jack Black, which might not be so bad, in order to find the vault. I could be completely and totally wrong, but I do not remember Tiny Tina in the very first game. So I don't know what that's talking about to begin with. But, bad casting aside, which, come on. Jamie Lee Curtis as Tannis, that just blows my mind. Maybe Jamie Lee Curtis, I don't know, 15 years ago. I get it, Tannis is supposed to be, I guess, close to a middle-aged woman on that, but Jamie Lee Curtis 20 years ago might have done this part. I don't believe she can do it now. I don't know if she's going to have the Tannis personality that will fit right. Now she could surprise me. She really could. But you know what? Tannis is going to be a really hard character to really emulate. And I feel like Jamie Lee Curtis, as good of an actress as what she is, I don't know if she's up to that task. But let's just go ahead and let's read the training that Kevin Hart is having to do. It says, in an interview with Collider, Kevin Hart reveals his preparation methods for the action film, which included training with Navy SEALs. The comedian expresses the significance of this being his first pure comedy free action role. First pure comedy free action role? Why is it? There is nothing fun about Roland in that regard. Like, he's one of the more serious characters on here. There's each one of these characters that I just named have their moments when they're incredibly funny. Roland is not one. So what the heck does that even mean? It expresses the significance of this being his first pure comedy free action role. I don't understand that at all. Which led him to take it seriously with intense combat and weapons training. I hope so, because look, when you're playing a Borderlands game, that is one thing about it. The weaponry is amazing in this game. You gotta know your stuff. They gotta get these weapons and the look of that right. If they don't, this is gonna be a complete failure from the very beginning. This is gonna be like, look, if Borderlands is done right, it's gonna be unlike any sci-fi movie out there. It's got to really be intricate with the guns that they place on screen, with the like I said, even with the way the characters look, the way the characters act. Kevin Hart. It says, anyways, this is what Hart says. Borderlands, once again, it's all about the shock factor. This is me stepping into action full speed ahead. No comedy. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. No comedy. So I don't understand what that up there really meant. I'm responsible for the action, he said. Kevin, if you tell me that you can show up prepared and that you want to come in and knock this out, then you're my guy. So I went. I did some training with some Navy SEALs. I got real good with weapons. I got real good with my hand-to-hand combat. And the experience here in Budapest filming Borderlands has been unreal. Now, I mean, just look at that, just in general. Look, I don't mean to diminish Kevin Hart, because you know what? I respect that he isn't going in this trying to wing it. He's trying to do what's best for this particular character and for the fans that surround him. So it's commendable what he's saying and what he's done training with these Navy SEALs. But look at this. Look at this. What he is, what he looks like in this. Now I get it. It's just a silhouette, but I mean, he just does not look that part at all, and I just can't get past that. I will never understand why they picked that. I'll never understand why they did Cate Blanchett for Lilith. She looks nothing like Lilith. Tiny Tina looks nothing like Tiny Tina. You know what? I could live with Tiny Tina not looking like Tiny Tina. If you got her personality right, and who knows, they might have her personality perfect. This Greenblatt or whatever her name is might have her personality down to a T, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. Right now, I am very skeptical. Very skeptical. I feel like a lot of these people that they've got for this role, it's past their prime in a lot of ways. Like, I feel like Borderlands is a really action-packed game, and really should be an action-packed movie. I don't know why they got all these actors and actresses that are kind of, on up there. I don't know why they didn't get fresh new faces, and instead of going down the look, if it was an unnamed title, I would say, you know what? It makes sense to get stars that everyone knows. But look, Borderlands is a very popular franchise who has a very large fan base, including myself and Lance here on Rants or Us, my co-host. You didn't need to have familiar faces for this to be a success. All you needed was to have the right casting and present Borderlands the way it is presented in the game, which is going to be difficult as is. But I just feel like they got the wrong characters to have that. I just feel like Kevin Hart. Every time I think about it, God bless him for trying, to get in shape and to try to look like the Roland part. But the idea of him as Roland just kind of makes me sick. It really does. I don't mind Kevin Hart as an actor, but as Roland, I'm very, very particular. I am very particular, and I just feel like this is just not the part for him. But I will give him, like I said, I'll give him props for trying. Because, hey, he's not out there trying to wing it. He's trying to do right by the fans. So, give him that. I don't know how they're going to do this. Like, it's supposed to be loosely based, from what I understand, off of the first game. I'm not quite sure how that's actually going to work. Loosely based. When you've got, these brilliant games and you call it loosely based off of it. I personally feel like maybe they should have picked up a game. They're going to start somewhere, maybe pick it up with Jack as like the main antagonist of it, but that's not the route they're going, simply because I feel like saving him for Borderlands 2 is might not be the right path to do, because you've got to get to Borderlands 2. And I feel like the current cast that they've got and the idea of loosely based storyline off of the first game, I feel like doesn't bode well for fans going and seeing it. Who knows? They might go and see it simply because of the name. But, I know as a Borderlands fan myself, I'm very skeptical about it. And I'm going to have to see a lot more from Kevin Hart and some of these other characters to really get me excited about this film. I think it's going to be a complete and total disaster. I think it's going to be a disaster from day one. But, we'll just have to say I've been wrong before. I got on here a few months ago and was criticizing the Batman. I thought, that's going to look like garbage. And then I saw the trailer of it, and hey, the trailer looked pretty good. But I still haven't seen the movie, so I can't say definitively that I was wrong. But it sure looked like I was wrong. It looked like I was wrong, and that it was going to be really unique and different and really good. I'm hoping that Borderlands also shocks me and proves to be wrong. I really want to be proved wrong on this one. So please, director, producer, Kevin Hart, prove me wrong on this. I hope you can do that. Hope you can prove many of us wrong who are disappointed by this casting of these particular characters for these beloved Borderlands characters. But we'll just have to see. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what y'all think down below. Do you at least give Kevin Hart credit for trying? Does that make you feel like, okay, at least he's not taking this as a joke, that he's trying to live up to Borderlands standards? Or does it still kind of make you kind of apprehensive about him in that role? Let me know what you think down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Y'all take care.